Okay, it is Tuesday, August 25th. I'm Tom Novak. This is your Bring Me the News and Novak Weather update. We're going to be talking about, of course, this warm, hot and humid and oppressive air that we have over us. It's going to be the case for much of this week. And we're also going to talk about a cap. Okay, it's an issue that we ran into last night. One of the reasons why we didn't get thunderstorms last night was because of a cap, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Then we'll talk about the potential for rain as we get into later this week. Right now, you're looking at the visible satellite loop over the upper Midwest, and here you can see we've got clouds now streaming over northern Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. But look at this. Skies over the southern half of the state of Minnesota are sunny. Okay, and that extends even further south into the Central Plains. The reason why they are sunny and there are hardly, if any, clouds in the sky is because we do have a cap in place. The cap is located right about here from the Twin Cities Metro and St. Cloud on south. What a cap is when it's too warm in our atmosphere to storm. So in other words, as you go up in our atmosphere, it's getting warmer, and that is a stable environment, and that leads to lack of cloud development. And I think we're going to be dealing with this cap here now for the next 24 to 48 hours. Last night and this morning, you can clearly see where the thunderstorms erupted. They were just east of Minnesota over much of the state of Wisconsin. Some heavy rains there. That was not a surprise. Rains in excess of 2 to 3 inches in Wisconsin. But yeah, we had that cap that was stretched over the southern half of Minnesota, and that kept us dry. And again, I think that's going to be the case here, not only tonight, but into tomorrow. And again, speaking of that cap, here it is in the lower and mid levels of our atmosphere. Look at what the temperatures are right now. They are up around, we're talking 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Look at this. This evening, temperatures in the Twin Cities Metro at about 10 to 15,000 feet are about 13 degrees Celsius. That's pretty warm as you go up into our atmosphere. And that's the case over much of Minnesota and the Dakotas and into Iowa, where there is not a cap, which would be up here in Ontario and northeastern Minnesota. That's likely where showers and storms are going to reside, as mid-level temperatures are up at about 8 to 9 degrees Celsius. So again, that cap is located right in this area when you look at the mid-level temperatures, and it looks like we're going to have these type of temperatures around not only this evening, but even as we head into tomorrow evening. This is the 700 millibar temperatures for tomorrow evening, and again, this is at about 10 to 15,000 feet in our atmosphere, and it looks like it's still going to be a little too warm to storm, at least in the evening tomorrow, but then that changes as we get into Thursday. Look at these temperatures for tomorrow. Now, not only is it warm at 10 to 15,000 feet in our atmosphere, but look at the temperatures at the surface. This is for tomorrow now. This is the NAM-NEST computer model guidance for the temperatures across the upper Midwest. The NAM-NEST is showing temperatures well into the 90s over southern Minnesota. So if you like today, you're going to love tomorrow, because we may even add a degree or two to our temperatures tomorrow. Finally, as we get into Thursday, you can see we start to cool off at the surface with temperatures around 80 degrees. And I think along with those cooler temperatures in Minnesota, we're going to run the opportunities for showers and thunderstorms again, especially as we get into Thursday and perhaps even into Friday. And look at some of these temperatures up in eastern North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. They may be lucky to even reach 70 degrees up there as we get into Thursday and even into Friday. Look at the temperatures in northern Minnesota. They're expected to be stuck into the 60s on Friday, while we are in the 70s and low 80s here in southern Minnesota. So yeah, the real warm temperatures are going to be here around here for at least the next 24 to 36 hours, and then we start cooling down as we go into Thursday and Friday of this week. Average high temperature, by the way, this time of year is right around 80 degrees. All right, here is the future radar now from the NAM-NEST computer model guidance. And you can see as we go through the evening and overnight hours, just a few showers up in northern Minnesota where there is a lack of a cap, as we had mentioned. And then as we get into tomorrow morning, a few showers and sprinkles may sneak into central Minnesota, but we're going to be keeping our eye on what happens Thursday. As Thursday morning and afternoon approaches, you're going to see showers and thunderstorms now starting to break out over much of the Dakotas and southern Minnesota. That's going to be our best opportunity for rain, and some of this rain could certainly be heavy at times as we get into Thursday evening. Now, looking way ahead, at the jet stream structure from the European computer model guidance. And you're going to see that as we get into later this week, we get into a more zonal flow. Now that's going to allow some cooler air to come out of Canada into portions of Minnesota. And hey, look at this. This is Laura. This is Hurricane Laura that's eventually going to come up out of the Gulf of Mexico and then up into the Arklatex and eventually into Missouri. And some of that moisture may even penetrate into southern Minnesota. We'll have to see how that transpires over time. But then as we get into this weekend, I know a lot of people are looking forward to the weekend. This is the jet stream structure for Saturday. Look at how our winds are starting to come out of the northwest, out of Canada. So there's no doubt that we're going to cool down as we get into late this week and weekend, and we may even find ourselves in comfortable weather as we head into Saturday and Sunday of this weekend.